Good morning, everyone. How are y'all?
Hello.
And of course, it's afternoon or evening for Daniel. So,
Yeah, it is.
and there's Laura. Good morning, sweetheart. We have Connie. Hello, sweetie, and Nemi G. I just saw. I was going to ask you how you're doing, but just a second. Yeah, that was me. Sorry about that, folks. I just figured out where to go to find to do my uh, memberships, and I always have to forget that. Oh, sweetie. Mammy G's in a lot of pain today. Sweetheart, I'm so sorry.
Yeah, I'm sorry, Nami.
Yeah. Seems like she takes 2 steps forward and 10 steps back. Goodness
Yeah,
gracious. Goodness. Like, keep you in my prayers book, sweetheart. You know that. So,
hey, Heidi.
there's our Heidi. How are you doing, sweetie? I'm glad you're here today. Exactly, guys. But my
SP. I'm not sure what
is
SP
that your
means.
spelling? Is that what SP stands for there? Going to be talking about your spelling. Very tired. Only so many hours of sleep. Well, you know, uh, Wayne's dog was up at her normal time. The only thing is she doesn't realize that the clocks move backwards. And so, yeah, we were up about an hour and a half earlier than what we should have been. So I would almost say there's going to be a nap on my horizon this afternoon, but I can't afford to do that. Otherwise, I really will be off as far as when I'm supposed to sleep, not sleep.
It's a problem when the
Only,
clocks change.
wow, only 5. I know. And I don't care if it's in the fall or if it's in the spring. My whole body clock gets off. But anyway, let's talk about our weather. And folks, you should be able to type the word weather and it will share it with us automatically. So let's see. Will it work if I do that?
I don't know. Hey,
Good
Panda.
morning, Panda. How are you doing, sweetie? I'm going to see.
I don't know if it'll work if I do it because I'm in the UK.
Blanket hello. Well, it should, yeah. Oh, there goes Nammy G. We're going to see if it works.
No
No
location.
location provided. Okay, then there
Oh,
must
so you need to put weather and then your location.
Oh, that's right. Weather and zip code, I guess.
Let me see if it'll work for me with my postcode.
Yes. Okay, Panda has it. Weather 79103. Let's see what it does. Come on, Nightbot. There it is. Yes. If you know your postal code, you type weather and then the postal code. Amarillo, conditions are sunny with 64. The wind is blowing from the southwest at 19. And your humidity is 32%.
Oh, it does work for me.
Oh, looky there. Daniel.
It's clear with a temperature of 52 Fahrenheit. There we go. There's mine.
Okay, well, I'll be. See if it picks up Nammy G's now. It's probably going, what in the world?
Oh, everyone's doing it now, so Nightbot's probably.
That could be, yeah. Oh, that might be where Grand Nammy G is. Conditions are fair with a temperature of 49. The wind is blowing from the south-southwest at 16. And the current humidity is 55%. Is that you, Nammy G? I'm taking a guess there. Oh, Heidi. Okay. I knew it had to be one of you, but for some reason I was thinking it might be Nammy G. Okay. So if Nightbot doesn't grab your weather, it's probably because too many are hitting at the same time. Good morning, Kelly. How are you?
Hey, Kelly.
So happy
Hey,
to see
Maritza.
you. There's Maritza. How you doing, Maritza? So, folks, we have a new toy here, Nightbot. If you type weather and your postal code, as long as so many of us don't slam him at once, he's going to pull it up. We hope. But we'll let Nightbot take care of your weather. I am still drinking coffee this morning along with my hazelnut creamer, and I am still working on my granddaughter's, what do we call it, sweater scarf. It should be getting long enough now for me to be able to start adding cuffs, but I haven't measured it yet.
I would be drinking my Fanta if I
Some
hadn't.
folks, as they are, building theirs and putting them out there, holy smokes, they've got theirs long. My granddaughter, she's just a little bitty thing. All right, Connie. In Tishomingo, Mississippi, mostly cloudy with a temperature of 51. The wind is blowing from the northwest. Wow. And the current humidity is 68 degrees.
So me and Connie are very similar.
Mm-hmm. Nammy G says she's 7 degrees Celsius or 47 degrees Fahrenheit. Okay, Kelly, let's see if Nightbot picks you up.
There we go.
Yeah, there it is. South Boston. Sunny with a temperature of 65. The wind is east-northeast at 8, and the current humidity is 32%. Well, we are already at 60 degrees here. We're supposed to get up to 78, and we are going to get back into the 80s until probably around Thursday, and then it's going to go right back down again. So I'm happy about that. I don't mind 80-degree weather, folks. I really don't. It's when it starts getting like 88, 90 that I start saying, okay, it's time to cool back down.
Let's see what our temperature's doing throughout the week. Yeah, so ours is staying where it is until the middle of the week, and then it starts dropping.
Oh, so you're going to be doing just about like I am. I did see, though, that at some point here pretty soon, I think if I read the weather correctly, like within the next 2 weeks, North Texas, Panda, and Michael, y'all can start seeing snow.
Come on, Oz. Don't you look at me like that. Come on.
I was just telling Daniel that I follow this lady on Instagram that has King Cavalier dogs, and she was showing that one of her females had puppies, and she was showing the mama, and she was saying, I check on her every once in a while just to make sure all the puppies are, getting their fair share. And then she said, and there is the, what'd she call them? The crowd, I think. And oh my goodness, folks, she has a crowd. All these dogs up around the back of the couch and just everywhere that they could jump and look in at the mama. I bet she had at least 8 or 10 dogs ranging from probably mid puppy size to full grown size. And I told Daniel, I said, she has Maureen-itis. There's no way I could have a female dog that had puppies and be expected to give them away, because I wouldn't trust there to be anyone that would take care of them like I would. So that's why we don't. Yeah.
Me and Ash are always saying we wish we let Oslo have a litter.
Mm-hmm. But you'd be like me. You'd have kept every one of them. You would have.
But the problem with, obviously, because we've got a boy, we'd have to stud him out.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
And I don't know how that would have worked exactly. I don't know how it works.
It depends. You could stud him out for a fee. Some people stud them out for the pick of the litter. So
See, that's what I said. If we had let Oz have a litter, I would have said to the owner of the female one that I want first pick of the litter.
Yeah.
But
and some reach a compromise. You know, so much for the stud fee and pick of the litter. So,
but we can't do that no more, can we? No.
I just have to ask Maureen, what's up with that hat today? I was so shocked. What do you mean? You sent me a stitch pattern. You said I want you to make a hat. I made a hat. Were you shocked that I got to it so quickly? Is that why you was shocked? Or because I named it the Connie Beanie? And I did. I named it the Connie Beanie. But Kelly said it's South Boston. Oh, Virginia, not Massachusetts. I don't know who was in charge of naming this tiny town. Oh, Michelle said she studied my Lacey out for a pup. I didn't think it would have my name. Well, I couldn't figure out what the stitch made me think of. Made me think of you because you asked for it. So there you go. But anyways, I was all excited to see Dan's Christmas tree at least up, folks. But it's not.
No, it's not up yet.
That they've decided to wait until the middle of the month. So with Halloween officially over, does anyone have their tree up? I am so ready to get a tree up, let me tell you. Oh, do you like it? I'm glad, sweetie.
I did want the tree up, but we haven't got no decorations yet, so we're going to wait.
Well, I told you you could always put it up and pretend like you got a tree growing right there in the house. It's like I said, I am so ready for there to start being signs of Christmas here. And I'm not just talking about the weather either. Although in Texas, I know it's a flip a coin to see if we're going to have even cold enough weather to say that it's Christmas. So I love Christmas. I have spent many a Christmas, folks, with it being 85, 90 degrees here.
Connie says way too early for a tree for her. Oh, it's not too early for me.
Oh, it is never too early for me to see a tree. Never, never. In fact, my husband ran to the store yesterday just to pick up a couple of things. And he says, you know what? The store already has out all the Christmas decorations. He said, nothing Thanksgiving. And to me, that really is probably the saddest thing is that.
I would suppose, though, that they think people would get their Thanksgiving stuff around Halloween time when all the autumnal stuff comes out.
Yeah. Panda said, yeah, or flip a coin to get all 4 seasons in one day. Isn't that the truth? Because that can happen too. It sure can. So I was looking at that weather report for up where Panda and Michael are, and I was thinking, man, they're going to get to see snow so early this year. Or I think it's early. Would it be early? That's why it's too early for me. I want Thanksgiving. Oh, okay, gotcha. Excuse me.
Well, obviously, we don't have Thanksgiving here, so tree can go up as soon as Halloween's over here.
Like I said, at my mom's house and at my house too, man, that tree would go up. The weekend of Thanksgiving. Yeah. So I'm already seeing, folks, lots of patterns popping up for. What did I do? for Santa Claus hats, elves hats, Grinch sweaters, and what was that other thing I saw yesterday? It was a Grinch hat and scarf. That's what it was. I thought it was so cute. You know, poor Grinch, he doesn't always get a lot of attention.
Over here, and I will say this, every store you go into,
Uh-huh.
there's Grinch everything.
Really?
Yeah.
I think that's cool.
Christmas time, you go into a store, Grinch everything.
Oh, wow. Let's see. Whose weather was that?
Michelle's.
Michelle in Marion. It is partly cloudy, 52 degrees. Wind is blowing from the southeast. Boy, it's barely blowing. And you have 42% humidity.
Over here, you go into stores and it's like the Grinch and the Polar Express.
Yes. That's my favorite Christmas movie. It really is.
I will not be watching the Polar Express this year.
Why?
I might do on my own. I probably will on my own, but Ash won't watch it, so I'll probably watch it on my own.
Oh man, I love the Polar Express. We watched it with my girls Christmas Eve every year.
Used to be Christmas Eve every year for me too.
Mm-hmm. Yep.
But I think Christmas this year we will be getting on the Stranger Things bandwagon, seeing as that's coming out.
Oh yes. Wayne's oldest daughter was telling us about that. She said it was like the last season, I think. Is that right?
Final season.
Oh, wow.
So me and Ash have decided we'll be waiting and we'll be watching Stranger Things over Christmas.
Cool. Yeah, we would, watch Polar Express. And then the girls would get to open presents from mom and dad. We always had our family Christmas Eve, no matter where we were, whether we were with my parents or his parents, or we just stayed home that year for whatever reason. We would always do family exchange, you know, mom to the kids and the kids to mom and dad type stuff. And then Santa came Christmas morning.
Mm-hmm. Well, when growing up, I'd always open a present Christmas Eve. My mum would let me open one Christmas Eve.
Mm-hmm.
But since being with Ash and spending Christmases with Ash, we don't open presents until after we've eaten dinner.
Ah, yes. That was the other thing.
Day. So we'd have dinner, clean up after dinner, and then we open presents in the evening.
Well, as our girls got older, they didn't mind waiting until, you know, we would eat first and then watch Polar Express and then open presents when they got older. But when they were little.
When I was little, I wanted everything unwrapped as soon as I woke up in the morning.
Yes. Well, when they were little, we would eat supper, open presents, and then watch the Polar Express, because otherwise they would just bug you throughout the whole movie. You know what I mean? So at least this way that kind of helped to temper their excitement and everything, and they could enjoy it.
So what we do is we wake up in the morning. Me and Ash get each other stockings every year now.
Mm-hmm.
So we wake up, we have coffee with our stockings, and then we'll chill out for a bit, and then we'll have supper. Over here, we have supper. Well, since being with Ash, we'd have supper at normal supper time, but growing up, I'd have it at like 1-2 o'clock in the afternoon.
Oh.
But we have it normal supper time, then we'll watch a movie and then open presents in the evening.
Yeah.
Hey, Candy.
Hello, Cindy.
Hello,
how are
Cindy.
you?
Cindy.
Yeah, Cindy.
Cindy. But I'm just looking forward to the 2 weeks off I get.
Yeah. Well, we never got to have our dinners that early because their dad always had to work Christmas Eve. In fact, unless unless his days off fell just right, where we could make it like a long weekend, which was not that many years. He would normally volunteer to work Christmas Eve and sometimes even Christmas Day, the same way with New Year's Eve and New Year's Day, because it always meant, double time and a half. And when you're raising 3 girls, all the time and a half you could get was very welcomed.
For me, it's been nice not having to work over Christmas, because obviously when I was working in care, we had to work Christmases and stuff. Well, at our care home, it was you either worked Christmas or New Year.
Right.
You got one or the other off.
Right.
I wasn't bothered about working New Year because I don't really celebrate New Year anyway. But one year, me and Ash did work Christmas Day, and it was actually a lot of fun working in the care home Christmas Day.
Oh, I bet it was.
Yeah.
Well, and it always helps, especially if it allows for people that have kids, and I'm talking little kids, where the whole Santa scene and that kind of thing is expected or practiced. Because they're only little for so long. I remember, and I may have mentioned this with y'all before. Hello, Mima Dawn. How are you, sweetheart?
Hey, Dawn.
Thank you for being here. And you know what? With you popping up, oh, sweetie, don't worry about being late. You got here. Speaking of that, I wish to say to those that were gifted a membership. Oop, come here. Did you go all the way up? Let's see. Oh, God. Nope, this way. Here we go. Laura was gifted a membership. Mima Dawn, you've got a membership. And Jay Paradise. Leslie of the Corn. Mama Swift. And let's see who the next group of 5 are. Mr. Wandering Haggis. Joan, Diamond Ring Girl. Darcia. Nana Michelle. And Jolene. So welcome into the schoolhouse. I hope you will enjoy everything this month that you get for being a member. Let me see what's going on here. Here we go. All right. Hello, Jolene. How are you, sweetheart?
Hey, Jolene.
Oh, yes, ma'am. I have nothing to do with that. It's the YouTube algorithm, I guess. Just goes in there and picks and drops. Or is that Nightbot? No, it's got to be YouTube.
YouTube picks your member gifts out.
Okay. Y'all can tell I don't know that much, right? You are so welcome. I'm just glad you were chosen.
So, Michelle said, we still believe, and the girls do it at their homes.
Oh, we believe too. I mean, when my oldest daughter had come home from school one day saying, I know that there is no such thing as Santa Claus. And man, I don't know where it came from, but boy, that thought just popped right in my head. And I said, really? Well, you know what happens whenever you stop believing in Santa Claus? What? I said, your Christmas list gets cut in half. Do you think there was any more mention of there not being a Santa Claus? Oh, no. Nope. Good morning, Carrie. How are you?
Morning.
I'm glad you made it in today. We are already talking Christmas because Maureen loves Christmas, and Maureen is going to be talking about Christmas as much as she can.
Love Christmas. I could talk about Christmas all day if you gave me the chance.
All day, every day, all year long. Yeah.
We're doing good, thanks, Kerry.
Mm-hmm.
I'm telling you, as soon as January 1st hits, I'm like, it'll soon be Christmas.
When's Christmas? Yeah. Well, did you see there was something posted Or maybe somebody dropped it in our hello, Rob. How are you? Long time no see. Thank you for being here this morning. I appreciate it. Oh, Cindy says she's already pulled out her downstairs tree. We'll be decorating it over the next few days. Well, that is awesome.
Cindy, I might just need to get my tree out now.
It's like I told you, there's nothing wrong with just a green tree sitting there staring at you.
Have to believe or no more gifts was the rule at our house. Yes, yep. Christmas is every day. Yep.
That's right. I saw someone post a little poster that said, only 365 more days till Halloween. That's got to be someone who really loves Halloween.
I love Halloween. Me and Ash watched me and Ash actually had a movie night on Halloween.
Mm-hmm.
We watched a movie. You guys might have heard of it. It's called Weapons.
Nope.
Has anyone else in the chat heard of Weapons? It's a new movie. It was pretty good, actually. May have to put up a very small tree this year for the first time in many years, said Connie.
And Rob said it will look gorgeous.
Rob said it's been a long time, but I'm here watching you guys on my TV.
Well, thank you, Rob. I appreciate that. And I hope we'll get to see more of you. Like I said, it has been a long time. But we all get busy, and I understand that, especially if you're content creators. It's always hard to watch everyone, especially live. I always say, thank goodness for the replay button.
Mm-hmm.
In fact, there's a young man out of Baton Rouge that I really like to follow. He's not a crocheter, but he does love following crochet channels because his grandmother was a crocheter. Anyway, his name is Scully Pop. And this whole last week, folks, he has had access to a camera down Bourbon Street in New Orleans. And so he's been showing us how people celebrate Halloween down there. And let me tell you what, Friday night, Saturday night, were not disappointed. The people were out there in full regalia, I guess is how you say it. Oh, yeah, they did not disappoint.
Hey, a tree's a tree, Connie.
That's right, man. Like I said, lights and all. Well, you know, for a while when I would get real, well, you know, at school especially, I really would start decorating for Christmas about the first week in November, because we would be out sometimes a whole week before Christmas, because that's just how our calendar fell. So if I waited until after Thanksgiving to decorate my room for Christmas with my students, I'd only have like 2 weeks.
Mm-hmm.
And I couldn't stand that. So I always started decorating early. And the first thing that would always come out would be a little tree. Even if it happened to be one of those, I love Norfolk pines. Just throw a little bit of, you know, red ribbon on it and stick a star on top of it, and it looks just like a little Christmas tree. Rob says, I love Christmas, but hate winter because you don't like the snow. Oh, I tell you what, my dream, something that's on my bucket list, is one year I would love to get all of the kids, both sides of the family, together, go to Colorado or Vermont, somewhere where I'm guaranteed there's going to be snow at Christmas, and us all have a white Christmas. I would love to do that.
One year when me and Ash lived in Scotland, we'd had no snow up to this point. None at all. And then Christmas Eve, we woke up and it was snowing out.
Mm-hmm.
And we had snow all over Christmas.
Wow.
Yeah. It was nice, but we had to go to work, so it wasn't much fun to go to work.
No, and that really is the worst part about the snow and the ice. I mean, out in West Texas, we have had ice at Christmas time, which is no fun because, you can't get out and drive on it. And I just have to be honest with you folks, people out in West Texas, not only do they not know how to drive when it's raining, but they definitely don't know how to drive when it's icy, you would think. Well, we're going to take just a minute here and I'm going to read to you a little devotional. It's called Abundant Love. And the verse that goes with it comes from Psalms 106, verse 7. Our fathers who were delivered from Egypt didn't fully understand your wonders, and they looked to you and they took you for granted. Over and over, you showed them such tender love and mercy, yet they were barely beyond the Red Sea when they rebelled against you. When I take you for granted, God, you do not fail to show up in love and mercy. You are not easily angered, and you cannot be convinced to abandon your compassion for me. Your character is not dependent on mine. Thank goodness. You abound in kindness even in my rebellion. I don't want to avoid you because I fear you will be disappointed in my choices. Though others may abandon me, you never do. There is nothing I can do and nothing I can say. Nowhere I can go that I can outrun your incredible love. You are always ready to receive me with your tender mercy. You will take the ashes of destruction and make something beautiful again and again. Father, you are so full of love and mercy. I bring you my heart and all I've kept hidden for fear that you would punish me. I know that you are better than the kindest person I've known, and I trust your heart. Even as I come trembling, I offer you everything again. His abundant love. Amen. Amen, amen. See who I missed up here.
So Panda had to run off to run some errands.
Okay. Well, thank you so much for being here, sweetie.
And Jolene says all kinds of trees to choose from, Connie, or make if you can. Small trees help with storage.
Oh, yeah, they sure do.
And Connie said it's good to have one tree, Jolene, lol. And then everyone's just saying amen. Kerry said nice devotional.
I had a friend growing up who's now, folks, in South Texas, which is where I grew up, it can get extremely warm. But her mother was bound and determined because she always bought a live tree. And when it was in, springtime, because she would take care of it and nurse it and everything through the winter months after she took the decorations off, and she would take and plant it out in her yard. And I mean, I cannot tell you how many attempts she made. She'd find different spots. She would plant it in the shade and she'd plant it where there was full sun. She'd plant it where it was partial. She would plant it where, when it started getting cold in the winter, that the wind and the ice and all that kind of stuff would stay off of it. And then she'd think, well, maybe it needs all of that. She just tried and tried and tried. Bless her heart. I don't think she ever got a live Christmas tree to grow in her yard. At least not, while I was still going over to her house anyway. But that was always one of her goals.
They take a long time to grow, those Christmas trees.
Yes.
So you think, they may be expensive, but you look it up and see how long those things take to grow.
My first husband's parents bought some traditional pine trees to plant out in their front yard. And they were told that these trees would grow. It would be slow, but they would grow. And she got out there and she would take a picture every year to see, had it changed any, had it gotten any taller or anything. And I remember her saying that in the first 10 years, it might have grown a foot. Might have.
They take a long time.
Well, not only that, but you got to have the right soil and everything. And in the area that they live, you could dig down about 6 8, maybe 10 feet if you were lucky, and you would hit what we call white caliche. Hard as a rock. My mom used to always plant her trees. The ones she did are taller than their house now. So but you've got the right conditions for those trees.
This
I
dog
mean, you're in the piney woods anyway.
You're right, Oz.
No. Yeah, your conditions have to be right too.
Oz, raise the demanding stuff for me.
4? Wow, she was lucky. Connie's mama got to where she could grow 4 of them. Wow. All right. Promise you guys, this girl is like on a 30-minute clock. Come on. Come on. Let's go. Take off.
All the doggies are very demanding today.
Yes, they are. And like I said, for her, I mean, it's like about every 30, 40 minutes, either out or in, out or in.
Mm-hmm.
Your mom could grow bamboo from a spoon. You know, I don't even remember where I got it. In fact, Warren may have given it to me. I don't know. But it had a little ceramic container that was about that square and about this tall. And it had probably 4 or 5 tiny, thin little bamboo shoots already growing out of it. It was the cutest thing. And I stuck it in my bathroom because I had a nice big window, you know, and it could get all this sunlight and everything. That puppy lasted, I don't know how long. And the little bamboo shoots that come up out of it, you could see in their little sections each time it put on a new one, and it would only grow so far, and then boom, it would, you know, do another section. But, someone had told me, well, don't leave it alone. If it's growing and it's happy, leave it in its container. And I probably would have left it alone, but all of a sudden it just started dying. And the worst part is that this little ceramic container it was in, the sides came up like this and curved in just enough that if you even tried to remove the plant out of there, the best thing to do would have been to break the container, because there was no way you were going to be able to turn it up like this and get the whole thing out, you know what I mean, without disturbing the roots. But yeah, I love growing plants. Not all of them survive under my thumb, but
No plants survive under my thumb.
my sister that's a year younger than me, she always says, yeah, I could even kill a plastic plant.
Oh, look, he's come back in now.
Hello, Oslo.
Right, we're going to chill out now, Oz.
Says that's what you think, Daddy.
Yeah. Coming up.
They have to be plastic for you too? Yeah, well, my sister says that she could turn even a plastic plant black, so.
Yeah, climb all over me, why don't you?
She says if it doesn't grow naturally outside, then I'm not going to mess with it. She's tried bringing too many plants, you know, inside, or buying those that are supposed to be foolproof. Hello, sweet Oslo.
He's always got to sit on my lap. All the time.
Such a pretty puppy. That's why I would want a King Cavalier. Look. They're loving. They're lap dogs.
You're very much a lap dog, aren't you? Very much a lap dog.
Well, I know I've asked this before, but are any of you going to be trying out any new Christmas patterns this year? Like maybe a new Christmas tree, a stocking, Maybe a Christmas tree skirt.
I made a Christmas tree skirt a couple of years ago. Don't know where it is now, though.
I know one year I got I got started making Christmas balls to give as Christmas presents to all the teachers at school. And oh my goodness, guys, I couldn't stop. I had so much. I had so much fun making them. Michelle says, maybe a skirt. Are you talking about maybe a tree skirt?
Hey, Mateo.
Hello, Mateo. I might make my mom and dad a stocking this year. That would be cool. Okay, yes, she's talking about a Christmas tree skirt. I made one. Wow. Wow. Like well over 30 years ago. Made it the traditional, red, green, and white. And I might have even just made it out of double crochets,
Mm-hmm.
But it was still pretty. And the nice thing about it, washable. My first mother-in-law one year had bought one of those felt kits, where you everything was pre-cut. All you had to do was just stitch it on there. But she decided instead of stitching it with the sewing machine that she would hand stitch it on. And on some of them, she'd stuff it just a little bit, to give it a three-dimensional effect and all that kind of stuff. But you could really tell that it had aged. Heidi says, I am making, come on, Christmas cookie blanket now. Also using the motifs from a vintage Christmas blanket pattern and making a cardigan with them. Oh, wow, Heidi.
That's awesome.
Yeah. I do hope that you're sharing that on your channel. Especially the cardigan one. Oh, that's going to be so pretty. Meemaw Dawn, Maureen, this freedom blanket is killing my Crojo. Oh, sweetheart. But, oh, goodness. That pattern, though, sweetie, is so, so pretty. It really is. I'm going to have to make that. And I know just who I would make it for, too. Michelle says, and I'm probably not going to get my sweater scarf done before Thanksgiving. So it might be ready for Christmas. That's okay. Thank you. Oh, awesome, Heidi. Yeah, Meemaw Dawn is making a beautiful patriotic blanket. It really is nice. I love anything patriotic. I mean, how could I not? The United States and Texas both share the same colors. Red, white, and blue.
The same colors as the UK as well.
Really?
Yeah.
Y'all are red, white, and blue? Wow. I guess I never paid attention.
Yeah, the Union Jack's red, white, and blue.
Well, I'll be darned.
Mm-hmm.
That is super cool. I'll have to do myself a little history search.
Because the way our Union Jack is, because obviously we've got England, Scotland, and Wales. It's all of their flags combined into one.
That is so cool.
Mm-hmm. So England is white background with the red cross.
And see, that's why I was surprised.
Scotland is white with the blue X.
That I didn't know.
And Wales, I don't know what Wales is, but it's obviously the other part that I haven't mentioned. But yeah, joined together makes the Union Jack.
Well, I'll be. That is super cool. That really is. Kind of makes you wonder if, my husband loves researching stuff, so I'm going to have to get him onto something here later.
It's actually got me interested as well.
Mm-hmm.
Of the Union Jack. So the Union Jack's history begins in 1606. It's the union of England and Scotland under King James I, combining the red St. George's cross with the white St. Andrew's whatever.
Good morning, Manuela. How are you? Daniel's looking up a little bit of history for us.
The first Union flag was created in 1606, combining the red cross on a white field with the Scottish St. Andrew's cross, a white diagonal cross on a blue field. So it all began in 1606.
When did Wales get added?
And then in 1801, the Act of the Union with Ireland united Great Britain and Ireland. The flag was updated to include the red St. Patrick's saltire representing Ireland.
Wow.
The term Jack was originally used to refer to a small flag flown from the bow or a jackstaff of a British naval vessel. There we go.
Yeah. Your history lesson for today, folks.
Hey, Mama Gwen.
Hello, Mama Gwen. How you doing?
Hey, Manuela.
Well, it is Sunday, so what are some of you planning on doing this afternoon? I do want to remind you that Twisted Fiber Friends will be over at my house today, and I do hope that you will join us because, well, there's going to be a tutorial of one of my own designs, and since it is the season, folks, I'm going to let you try to guess what it is.
Well, it's either going to be Halloween or Christmas, one of them.
Well, it's not Halloween because Halloween's already passed.
So it's Christmas, or I think it's Christmas.
Well, it could be for Christmas. Yes, it could be for Christmas. But it could also be for other times of the year as well.
So winter or fall or Thanksgiving or something.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, could be. Yeah, Connie knows.
See, I'm totally out of the loop, Connie. I ain't got a clue.
I don't even think I shared it with you yet.
No.
Yeah.
Well, today my Dawn has sent you a picture of the blanket if you wanted to share it. Today I'm going to chill this evening because I've got work tomorrow, and I put up a little creative project that I'll be working on over the next couple of months.
Okay. Folks, I am totally in love with this blanket because I have a family member, maybe two, but definitely one that I'm going to make and give it to. Share screen. Okay. Look at that. Isn't that awesome? Pretty. The blue in there, you can't see it real well. Let's see if I can. Come on. Oh,
it looks like, was that Premier Basics yarn that you used for the border? That looks like the
Americana.
The Americana, yeah.
Okay. Oop, come on, go away. Ah, get back up here. Here it says life, and in the blue, which is a little hard to see, it says liberty. And then here we have, of course, the red's really easy to see, the freedom. But isn't that gorgeous, folks?
It says life, liberty, and freedom.
Mm-hmm. It's got the cracked Liberty Bell, and then, of course, the stars. And with the red, white, and blue. And I love the border that she did. Plus, she did a couple of rows here, setting each panel apart. You did awesome work on that, sweetheart. That is just beautiful. It truly is. I love this yarn for the variegated. Okay. Which is a Hobby Lobby yarn. Mm-hmm. Hello, Kelly, sweetie. I don't know if I saw you earlier.
Hey, Kelly.
Yes, she did do a beautiful job. Connie says, I have 5 finished for donations this year. Oh, that's great. Are you sending them off somewhere for donation, or are you going to donate them locally, Connie? Well, I have 2 little they're gnomes. One's a Santa gnome and one is a, I call it a gnome on the shelf instead of elf on the shelf.
Yeah.
That I'm going to start because I want to get them done and really, I want to enjoy, of course, not that I don't enjoy having my gnomes out all year round anyway, but I definitely want to have them out as part of the Christmas decorations here this year. So I'll be working on that. I got a few other irons in the fire. Families in need. Connie, that is so special. You're such a sweetheart. That really is nice.
Well, I'm hoping to find some 90s Christmas decorations to hang on the ceiling.
Mm-hmm.
See if I can find some. Because they're only cheap. Cheap plastic decorations,
Mm-hmm. And y'all's theme this year is gingerbread, isn't it? Or things to do with gingerbread?
Yeah, mainly, but we tend just to go with a bit of a lot of things, Whatever we like,
Yeah. Well, mine's very eclectic. It always has been. I mean, even after it seemed like about the time the girls got old enough and, there wasn't as many, look what I made at school, can I hang it on the tree type thing. Those that survived every year from being packed away and then, being unpacked if it was still in salvageable condition. And note, I'm going to use the word salvageable very loosely because there have been times where things are barely hanging on by a thread, so to speak. But it still went on the tree. You know what I mean? Mm-hmm. Mine's always been very eclectic. Our church is putting up a warming tree. We'll have gloves, mittens, socks, scarves, and hats for our homeless community. Oh, Dawn, that is so cool. That really is. Our hardware store there in both towns, Robert Lee and in Bronte, both, had a wire, a huge 8-foot tree that was with wire, and anyone could come and hang anything on the tree that was, like that one. You could buy gloves or scarves or whatever happened to be in the store there and just take them over and hang them on the tree. Some folks would come over with little baskets with small canned good items in them. Some would come in with just a brown paper bag full of groceries and just stick it out, like a present up under the tree. And everyone knew if you needed something or wanted to donate something that you took them to to the hardware stores in both towns. And I think it would start like way before Thanksgiving because, folks need items at Thanksgiving as well.
Mm-hmm.
In fact, starting this week at my little school in Bronte, the classes will all start having, I can't remember what we called it. But anyway, the class that gathers the most in weight of canned goods and non-perishables got a free day. And that now you still had to come to school, but you were exempt from all your classes that day. And so they'd go out in the old gym or the middle gym and just play or, basketball, whatever they wanted to do. They had to be on campus, but they didn't have to attend class that day. It was always cool. And I mean, all the way from pre-K up to seniors in high school, everybody participated.
That's cool.
Mm-hmm. And then the student council would gather everything up the Monday before Thanksgiving, because we always went till Tuesday, midday, and would take it to our local. We had a food bank there in town. One of the churches took care of it, and one of the other churches took care of the clothing closet. So that they would have enough time to get it, packaged up and dispersed to families that needed. Very, very cool. And I'm sure other schools, communities do things like that as well. But I do hope that you all find ways this holiday season, not only at Christmas, but Thanksgiving as well, to do something for a family in need. And, think about, too, maybe getting together with some of your friends and going to your church and offering up to have like a mommy's day out so she can go do Christmas shopping, drop their kids off there for a couple of hours and let them go shopping with that little one's hands and eyes seeing everything. That's always a nice idea. Or maybe even just being willing to take them for a few hours so mom can get all the Thanksgiving preparations done. Got to chop all this and bake this up and that kind of thing the day or two before.
Oh, I'm so excited for Christmas.
Well, I am going to go ahead and say thank you all so much for being here with us on this Sunday morning. I know we've kind of been all over the place, and I'm going to tell you, folks, every time you see me, you're just going to have to expect Maureen wanting to talk about Christmas because it is my most favorite time of the year. So, again, thank you so much for being here. If you were lurking in the bushes, so to speak, please be sure to leave me a little comment after the live to just let me know that you were here. If you're catching the replay, please be sure to leave me a comment as well, even if it's just a little hand wave. I'd like to know who it is that stops by later. Daniel, thank you so much for coming up with me as always, and I'm going to let you say goodbye.
See you later, everyone. No quotes,
folks, especially at this time of the year, if you've not done it yet, be the light out there in the darkness for someone today, because you never know. Could be your special light that they need to see. I love you guys, and I'll see you this afternoon at Twisted Fiber, friends, 4 o'clock Eastern Standard Time, 3 o'clock my Texas time. Love you guys.
Bye, everyone.
Bye.